You get put on the spot, the pressure. Oh, okay. Yo, take that. Zoe Radio on Dash Talk. You're welcome. Take that. Dash Radio. Bad boy. All right. There we go. I'm done. That was my default. It's my default.
We're done here, ladies and
It's my default.
Can we check the mics really quick? We only have
I was just hearing some feedback in here too. I just want to make sure that that's not the case. Let me see. This is me over here. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9.
10.
Crack commandments.
Let me get another pair of headphones. I don't like the way these sound.
Are you gonna
You want to test? Okay, go ahead. Test. Got talking. There you go. Can you hear yourself?
1 2. There we go.
1 2 3.
Oh, there you go.
Can you hear yourself on the headphones?
And we keep yours off, and then we just let you say something, and we cut you back off because you start going hard.
I was telling your mother, man, they grow up so fast, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's over.
7 came out of nowhere.
My daughter just told me she wanted a slit down her prom dress. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Prima? I was like, what?
It happens.
I said, we're not going to do that. That's not going to happen.
It's a cycle.
So can we check your aux really quick?
There we go. Let's see. So we good. 1 2 1 2.
Testing, 1 2. You got it?
And what channel is this broadcasting?
This is Dash Talk. So the link is www.dashradio.com/talk.
Okay,
radio.com/talk.
Sure.
That's gonna work. You remember Broadway? James Broadway? Producer?
Broadway?
These all his beats.
Oh, no wonder they dope. Okay.
Worked with Exhibit
The
and
beginning,
King
yeah.
T and all of them. I be trying to get him back, but James is a weirdo.
Producers usually are.
The artists, man, they just strange.
Yeah, most of them.
He will delete records or beats because he doesn't think they sound right and they be fire. You're like, what are you doing?
They just go through it and they get PTS with it, man. Like,
That's what happens.
After all the magic Broadway's contributed, people don't know his name. He should be cornerstone, especially for West Coast hip hop.
For real.
Nah.
I try to tell him. Current event. Say what?
He got beats.
Yeah, he's a problem.
Always has been. You let him know that I'm a fan.
Videos. That's up there with Kobe's Oscar video. He did a masterpiece.
Oh, one more thing. Can we get a strip? Yeah. Timmy Tight Top. 10,000 push-ups. People call you that now? You've been branded. Timmy Tight Top. Man, she got you. She's our resident celebrity right here. She in here with her pops, like this is what it is. We gonna have to find a new seat for Geoff, man. Cause she not giving this one up. I done.
She already get that look like
She done.
see the hands.
She done let people know right
It's
off
like-
top, like this is not gonna go down.
I'm zoning.
So, Hassan is one of the black businesses that we highlight.
Right on.
He comes in here and he brings juices. He's got these fresh juices, of course. I mean, they're ridiculous. Just unplug mine and then plug the Mevo. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, gotta make Broadway come out that cave or that bunker.
He in a bunker for sure. A beat
It's
bunker.
pieces. You got pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna track him down. That's just like they are. You gotta track him down. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Don't ever forget them names.
I stay up on it. You know, I'm a connoisseur and I'm a true fan, and I go look for the real historians. So
Wow, you said they are. That just took me to a whole nother universe.
I'm gonna get him.
Forgot all about him.
I'm gonna get him.
I could definitely connect you with B-Way though.
Yeah, please.
He's in the studio every Wednesday night, making beats by himself.
Right. And
Deleting
and not
stuff.
putting them out. Right.
Like,
yeah,
I don't like
that. He didn't deleted so many gems.
For real. If he doesn't hear what he's trying to hear, it'll be an amazing beat, but it's not what he's trying to hear.
Right. You don't know.
And then
that's them. Yeah, that's them.
You have to save him from himself, though. He's one of those guys. Like, if you sitting in the studio with him, you go, hey, give me
That's
that.
hot. Yeah.
You know,
That's normal. They just don't know.
they don't hear it. That's crazy.
Like the mailman. Get mailman back.
You know? It's a lot going on, man. All right, so we're live on YouTube right now. We've got 2 minutes before showtime. Listen, YouTube listeners, you already know what it is. Y'all can see what's going on in the studio right now.
Oh, they can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all on my YouTube page right now. We got 34,000 subscribers.
Make sure I'm digging my nose there.
Don't do that,
It's
Bishop.
okay, well,
Don't.
All right.
We in the building right now. We got 1 minute before showtime. You already know how we get down. Community empowerment is about to jump off. Geoff Brown is late as usual.
CPT.
It's what he does, so don't be offended. We're about to go ham and eggs. We got a great topic set up for you guys, and of course, current events. And I'm gonna start one off in a minute, so it's gonna be crazy. You let me know when we're ready to go live, and then we're there. Please. And then you can turn the music up, the beats. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Zoa Morning Show. Another Monday, another show. You already know how we're going to do. We got to do community empowerment. It's what we're about. Oh, my God. When I tell you so much is going on, we got to cover Trump bombing people, Starbucks arresting people. I mean...
Continue.
You already know what we gonna do. You know we gonna cut up. Now, see, I don't think we should cut up in the manner that we normally do because we have a young baby bear in studio. Now, we had a young baby bear last week, and we still cut up. But we cannot cut up. She's 7.
She's heard a lot of French though, so yeah, that's what we call it. So I mean, you can cut up to a certain degree. You know how it is, like you're around your children. So
Right.
you know,
Man, this is about to
responsible.
be
You gotta
crazy.
cut up though. When you feel it, you feel it. You're telling the truth, it's all right. It's just when it's in vain.
When it's gratuitous.
Right. There you go. See, big word. Can't spell it, but we know that word.
Here we
Google
go.
it out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar with the voice that was just speaking, that's the big homie. A lot of people don't know,
Yeah.
but I know.
Kenneth Kniff.
You under dig? Like one of the dopest MCs ever to grace the West Coast.
True.
A lot of people just don't know.
That's okay.
But they gonna know this evening. They gonna know this evening. I swear before Jesus and all them white folk in heaven, they gonna know this evening.
White folk in heaven.
You know ain't number white folk in heaven.
Wow.
According to Florida Evans' picture of Jesus,
All right. Yeah.
ain't number white people in heaven.
Right.
The angels is white, God is white, Jesus is white. Ain't nothing but white people in heaven, Jesus.
Man.
We're gonna have a great time today. My homeboy in studio, Bishop Lamont.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Listen, man, why is it
Why? What?
that no one really knows you, or not to the level or the extent that they should?
That's a great question. I mean, on the mainstream level, for everything that goes on, I don't try to keep up with the Joneses. For those that really know West Coast history and just underground and real pure lyricism, then you gonna know me. And that's why I never get vexed over that. Like people always, the thing that people always love to say is, oh, they're so slept on. I'm like, by who? People that like Tekashi 6ix9ine and Soulja Boy and all that stuff from before, like, of course not. That's not my
Right.
my fan base.
Right.
So for the purists, for the hip hop heads, they know me, and I don't try to overstep those boundaries. I don't jump out there, I don't jump out a window trying to get attention. So as long as the catalog that I've created and continue to is respected, that's all I want.
Brother, the ridiculous.
I get mentioned amongst the greats, and I get to my contemporaries and my heroes. You know what I mean? That's all I ever wanted, was that what I dreamed of doing, I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I got to work with Jay Dilla. I
Jay
get
Dilla.
to work with Quick. I get to work with Battle Cat. I get to work with Scott Storch.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre, Pete Rock, Soon Primo, Talib Kweli, Chuck D. I mean, you know what I mean? Busta Rhymes. Like I get to do what I love, and I have the respect of my heroes. Knots, like you name them, I've been there. You
And
know what I'm saying?
they know and respect.
Right, and I'm me. That's the difference. Most of these cats got costumes on. I've always been me. So, yeah, hello. But, so that's why I'm at peace with that. And now I get to really have a career the way I've always wanted. And it's being true to myself. It's being true to my integrity, my morals, my principles, whatever you want, what have you, and just what I want to do for the music world and for the world, period. So that's how I get. So
I got you.
long answer. I don't know. But I think they're going to start waking up. I think they're going to start waking up. You know what I mean?
We gotta introduce your manager and your boss and the real star in this situation.
They call it Momager. the title is Momager, and then co-Daughterager.
Daughterager.
Yeah. See, that's freestyling, MC Styles.
Kennedy, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Tell them your name and who you are.
My name is Kennedy, and I am Bishop's daughter.
Whoop.
Bang, there you go.
Out here on the whoop side of the game.
And then Moms is in the back, say, what up, Mom?
What up, everybody?
You under dig?
There you go.
Man.
See? It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
how it's
Ladies
supposed
and
to be.
gentlemen, if you're just tuning into the Zoe What Morning Show, you already know what it is. We about to get busy on the community empowerment side of the game. This is the segment of the show where we support and give some shine to Black-owned businesses.
Message.
It's important. It's important.
Come on with it.
It's important, ladies and
Shouts out
gentlemen.
to Keenan. You gave us a gift, so I
Okay.
say it all the time. Message.
It's important. We gotta do it.
Yes.
So really quickly, let's just give this first 2-3 minutes over to Bishop because he's doing something amazing.
Okay, let me light
Bishop.
up my phone so I can say everything correctly so nobody chops me in my neck later. Well, for community, as far as I go, the homeless epidemic is huge here. Los Angeles is the capital of it, and it's hemorrhaging like crazy. So I was blessed with connecting with some great people up in Santa Barbara from a company called Aniricom and then Quip It, and they put us in contact with United Way LA, Skid Row Housing Trust. Who else, man? I don't want to forget anybody. Downtown Women's Center, and they do phenomenal work. And so we have a benefit concert this week, April 19th, Thursday night at the Regent downtown, and all proceeds go to these organizations to help them keep fighting what is out of control and affects all of us. It's me, it's Dale the Funky Homo Sapien, Raz Cass, Angie Fisher, Nadira X, Styles and Wells. You remember Jay Wells?
I'm already there.
You know, Licks, and some new cats, the committee.
Man.
Yeah, it's the Licks, baby, and DJ for real. So it's dope, but it's about showing community that we can make a difference ourselves. We have to stop relying on the government. We have to stop relying on these politicians. They're strangers. They are not you. They are not me. They are not your neighbors, so they don't care about what you're going through. They're not going to fix any problems you have. So I look at it like step by step, street by street. We have to do it.
Yeah.
Stop putting your votes and your faith in people who do not care about you.
So
It's a hustle.
is there a website or something people could go to, get information on where the concert is going to be, time, date, and all of that?
You can go to my Instagram at Bishop Lamont 1, and you'll see a million posts about it. You can also go. Let's see. Oh yeah, at the top of my page, there's a link for all of that. And as we go through the show, I'm gonna pull up my email so I can properly say everything that I forgot, and it's gonna be dope. We keep it real.
Listen, Los Angeles has the #1 population of homeless people.
Yeah.
We're #1 in the United States.
And get this, any given day or any given night, the population could overfill Dodger Stadium and fill up the parking structure. You know what I'm saying? Out there, the parking lot, onto the streets, like it's that crazy.
Wow.
Any given day, any given night. And it's getting worse.
African American men make up 60%, or make up 2% of Southern California's population,
Right.
but make up 60% of the homeless population. The hustle is real out here.
So let's see. So that's for being homeless, and then what's it for prison? It's always exploding.
You already know.
There you go.
You
Okay.
already know, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Yeah.
getting crazy. Bishop
Get your
Lamont is in the
calculators.
building.
It's gonna get real.
Hey, let's do this real quick. Let's get 30 seconds of this Bishop Lamont record just to give you a taste of what's really going down in the town. Let's hit
Then
it.
run that back. That's Heebie-Jeebies. That's that new single.
Oh, start it from the top.
Start it from the
then.
top.
Let's get it.
Rewind, selector.
Yeah, bring it from the top. Let's see what we got. Can we do that?
Underground, I'm still digging, that's why I got this tunnel vision. Grave digger like that nigga RZA mixed with a little jizza. ODB, I like it. That girl, I watch him sizzle. All due respect, though, cause somebody's not a mama, daughter, a sister. And it's something that I always been. Don't waste my prose or rhymes on you swine or you simpleton. See, I can get dumb. Sometimes it's smart to play dumb. Drop it on you while you sleeping. That turn up when I come. Understand or understand, we are the hopes of the lumber. I stay woke, never slumber, and get hotter every summer. Got my shades like they, so I can always see what's under. Bohemian Grove, no, I don't roll down that road. No owls in my styles, I just rep that G-code. Stay down, way down. So down like a lay brown. See my missions as a rider. Got me vicious as a rider. Intensify my beat now. It's a he's rock a lighter. Hey, who do? I can do what you do. Easy, believe me. Frontin' niggas give me heebie-jeebies.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the new Bishop Lamont record. Where can they find this, man?
On iTunes, my brother, and every other platform. It is called Heebie-Jeebies. Message.
I love it, man. So let's get through this community empowerment segment, and then we're going to get into our topics. Geoff Brown, let me just say this to you real quick. The baby took your seat. So you're going to have to scoot up to the table.
Message.
The baby just said, you know what, I ain't giving up the seat.
Oh,
she
yeah, and
sat down and she told me she wasn't giving it up.
And I got it open. Spacelandpresents.com is where you can go get your tickets right now, ASAPtually. I got it. I got it. They texted it to me. They listening. They watching me. Making sure
ASAPtually.
I don't forget. Yeah, ASAPtually. It's trademark. Don't try to steal it.
ASAPtually.
ASAPtually. It's faster than ASAP.
Man, Bishop Lamont is in the building with us, man. We about to go ham and eggs. Listen, you already know how I start my day off. Total
that?
package energy. I've only had one today. I got one more to go. Total package energy, the greatest energy shot in the game, produced by my fam out of Oakland. Town business, good folk up there, holistic stuff, no sugar, no carbs, B vitamins, amino acids, neural enhancer. It is the coldest in the game. Please don't play yourself. Go get 30 cases of it right now. Listen, when I say 30 cases, I mean 30 cases. 30 cases. It's really inexpensive. It's $29 a case. You get 12 in a case. I'm telling you right now, if you're a truck driver, if you're an Uber driver, if you're a Lyft driver, because you know them people be trying to get that bread weekends. You in the dig? I know at Coachella, somebody got paid. Tell me somebody didn't get paid on Coachella.
Yeah,
Okay, then. You in the dig? Go
they did.
get Total Package Energy, totalpackageenergy.com. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you. Also, Timmy Tight Top is in the studio right now. You know him as Hassan McCullough. We Juice. You in the dig? Not WEOUI. We. It's the flyest drink in the game. You under dig? My man takes good care of us. Don't you have some kind of code or?
I always got the 10% off for the Zowat listener. Just put in Zowat, no space, ZOWHAT. You get 10% off.
You under dig? You under dig? All right. Now I got a couple more things to promote. Listen, I got a new company that I'm promoting. They're called Original Body LA. I got you a bottle, Hassan, of this stuff that I'm promoting. I call it stuff because you know with herbs and healing stuff, you can't just have one herb. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just have a golden seal drink. You can't have just golden seal. It's got to be 37 different other herbs. I mean, 200 herbs in a bottle. How am I supposed to drink all that? It's called Spice of Life Tonic. They don't even call it a drink. Let me tell you, look, it's right here. Let me tell you something. I've been on this
For 4 days.
since yesterday. Seriously, I tried to drink it. Listen, I tried to drink it down, and it kicked me in the stomach.
Really?
Man, it kicked me
spicy
harder
like
than
that?
Bruce Lee, man. Let me tell you something.
Cleansing you out, boy.
Word, yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
you got to go to originalbodyla.org. Spice of Life Tonic. Alfalfa, beets, broccoli, yellow dock, cauliflower, celery, purified water, stevia, cayenne pepper, garlic, gotu kola, ginger, green tea, burdock, sage.
There's turmeric in there?
No.
Okay.
But
They got everything else.
They got it. I'm glad they ain't got that in there. Jeez. I mean, it's some superhero juice. It's the super serum right here. I'm gonna tell you right now, Spice of Life Tonic. I met with the brothers. They sell this at Simply Wholesome in LA. You know, and the brother reached out and said, "Man, I need to get, you know, some visibility on this." I said, "Well, give me some. Let me see what it tastes like." And let me say, it don't taste bad.
That's a good salesman. I don't know if that works.
It ain't terrible.
It don't taste
It doesn't taste bad. But no, here's the curveball.
Give it to me,
Because I asked him, I said, yo, how much of this can I drink? That ain't the kind of answer I'm looking for. What do you mean, my constitution? What? Okay. He said, no, seriously. You know, like with alcohol, you're not just finna turn up a bottle and just suck it down. I said, well, is it alcohol?
Yeah, right. Is it alcohol?
He said, nah.
Is this Hennessy?
But he said it's powerful.
Is it fermented?
So I'm stupid. You know what I did?
You shook it up?
I got in the car, shook it up,
It's fermented.
and took and did the old and was like, ooh. So then I've been sipping on it. But I got another bottle. I want you to try it. I got another bottle. All right?
Can I have one?
Of course.
Okay, my brother. That was for the commercial, see?
And let me see what else I got for you. I got some other stuff before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Spice of Life.
Spice of Life.
We got this book.
A book?
An author reached out to me called, the author is I Believe in Me. It's Black People to the Drug.
What kind of drug would black people be?
Certain race of aliens. And then the dude goes, I mean, some old Matrix weirdness.
Okay.
The dude tells in the story that the aliens hire the bougie blacks to sell them the lower class blacks.
Ooh.
Basically what's going on right now.
It's crazy.
Same shit going on right
I
now.
was like, wow, the new drug. Check it out on Amazon.com. I'm also wearing this hat right here. Check it out. Prayer Warriors. You know, I always tell people I don't believe in religion, but I believe in prayer.
And they get scared, right? Like, what'd you say?
I tell
That's
people all the time.
blasphemous.
I don't do.
Right?
I don't do
They get
religion.
scared? They get scared of that?
I don't do religion because everybody got their own opinion and their own translation, their own interpretation, their own arguments. I don't do your religion now. Because I've been mad at Florida Evans for many years because of that white Jesus over Ned.
And we'll take it a step further and say, I believe in spirituality.
How
For
about
those
that?
You know, like, you don't like religion. Oh, the devil in him. You know, they'll do that to you. The old holy rollers will do that to you.
Exactly.
They're like, hey, back up, playboy. Back up, playboy.
All right, Kev. I know you got one thing to promote. Let's get it out the way.
Yep. I just started a podcast. This Real Nagas Real Talk podcast. You guys can check it out.
Right.
It's on the HomePod, iTunes, or HomePod, or Apple HomePod. You can check it out. It'll be on Google Play maybe next week. If you don't have either one of those, you can go get the Anchor app, and you can check it out through there. Also, tonight I will be finished with the first episode of the Symbolism series, and that's the series is called Hidden in Plain Sight. So if you want to check that out, go to patreon.com/realnagas and check it out. That's the only place I'm going to put that. I may put it on YouTube eventually, but for right now, it's only on Patreon.
All right, look, we're going to take a quick 30-second break, play musical chairs, get Geoff Brown in here, and then current events. The Zoe Up Morning Show is about to go ham and eggs. You better order hash browns. I'm telling you right now, it's going down in the name of Hodo the Boca Shada. Okay, we're done here. We'll be back in 2.2. What morning show back in the building? It's about to go down in the town. Don't even get it twisted. Today's current events. And listen, the current events are going to be followed by a that's going to wrap all of the current events up.
Followed up by the real thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Lonnie Isley over here.
Nice.
Jeez. Well, let's just jump in with 2 feet. 2 black men were arrested at Starbucks. The CEO of Starbucks is now calling for unconscious bias training. I wonder who needs unconscious bias training.
But tell them where it happened.
Where did it happen?
In Philly.
Phil.
Okay, so continue.
Brotherly love.
Jeez, here we go.
Right.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, the place that has a statue of a fake white boxer over
Here we go.
Joe Frazier, who's really from Philly.
Right there.
Here we go. The chief executive of Starbucks on Monday called for unconscious bias training for store managers and unequivocally apologized for what he called reprehensible circumstances that led to the arrest of 2 black men at a Philadelphia Starbucks store. Starbucks chief executive Kevin Johnson, which sounds like a Negro, but is not a Negro, said on
Mark's the Negro. We got some Negro problems. Do we have a corporate Negro available? Oliver, you don't have a mustache and you have an afro. Come on out here and speak to the people.
Said on Good Morning America that the company was reviewing the actions of the store manager who called the police. Johnson said that what happened to those 2 gentlemen was wrong. My responsibility is to look not only to the individual that took let me just stop now. I'm gonna stop reading this because this is dumb. The bottom line is this: those same white employees exhibited the same fear and presumption
Preach it, Pastor.
as police officers.
How about it?
They so scared. White people have been trained to just be scared in the presence of black people.
Almost like white
black
flight?
men.
Almost like white flight?
Just scared for no reason. There's a black man. I am scared.
Almost like white flight?
But please,
White fright.
For of the story, explain why they took action at the Starbucks like they did to arrest the 2 men in the first place.
Again, the 2 men were sitting there waiting for somebody.
They used the bathroom and didn't purchase anything yet.
Right.
They then asked them
You
to
got
leave.
money?
Right.
You got money?
It's like, no, we're just
You
waiting
buy.
for somebody.
You buy or you got
and
money?
then we're going to go. Now, anybody that frequents Starbucks, and I do, because I get that motor oil constantly to stay awake and move, sometimes you don't purchase something, and it's a meeting place.
Right.
And it's peace.
Or sometimes you can come in there with your laptop.
Use the Wi-Fi.
And
Get on
just
the
do your
Wi-Fi
thing.
and do
It's
your
supposed to
thing.
be that way. So back to what you're saying. It's just in the context of the story. Continue.
So again, here we are, white people with an unfounded. Do they see Freddy Krueger?
And you know what I always like to, do? Racist white people. Because my alabaster be down. So true indeed
alabaster?
to my real alabaster. Respect to y'all. But racist white people, let's be correct in it. Oh, you wasn't ready for alabaster? Those are the blessed. Those are the correct and true normal human beings. You know what I mean?
Those are the cool white people.
They have color too.
Did he
They
call
have color
them
too.
alabaster?
So
The
shouts
rest,
out to
okay.
all my alabaster
The
people.
alabaster is
What?
good. The
You
rest
welcome.
of them is just bastard.
Oh, bang!
Oh,
You see,
wow.
we did that.
Alabaster.
We did that in real time. Continue.
I like that.
I love that alabaster. That's
I like
brilliant.
Welcome. Let's put it into the lexicon. It's community
on.
property.
But
There
I
you go.
will say this too. Although this is a serious situation,
Yes, let's get serious. Okay.
although this is a serious situation, I still see it as something that happens every day that doesn't get reported. Number one. Number two, there's some real things going on in the world that make this issue seem small.
Oh, you mean like the imminent threat of nuclear war?
How about that?
But before you go there, but let's get to the point of people not being taught correctly when it comes to interaction with people of color. So these people that were hired at this whatever Starbucks in Philly, you haven't dealt with black people before, obviously, and you have some prejudice, you have some issues that you got to get some training in. But again, it comes down to empathy and connectivity with human beings. Because
But see, I'm gonna go back and say
same thing with police.
I disagree.
Better training.
I'm gonna go back and
Better
say
training.
this, man. You can't untrain the culture that they come from.
Yes, you can.
Listen, no, you can't.
You can. Don't say that.
This is what I mean by
what?
that. This is what I mean by that. If you do that, you got to send every white person.
Every racist white person.
No.
Even the non-racist white person see what's happening and be like, okay, I'm gonna donate and then feel better about
How
it.
about
and
it?
move on.
I'm gonna throw some money at it.
Some.
Okay.
That's some.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, this is the way that they are cultured.
Well,
Just be honest.
I got a problem. I got okay. It's a couple of terms.
It's always some banal.
It's a term.
Some banal, some but not all.
There you go. Let's be clear because we don't want to. Because when Huey had to escape to Cuba, It was some alabaster that flew in there. So dig that.
It was some alabaster.
Yeah, but continue. So you know, let's be correct.
Ladies
You know
and
what I
gentlemen,
mean?
Bishop Lamont is in the studio with us right
Let's
now.
not sound like Bill Duke. We don't want to be him. We want to keep it real though and say, yeah, we got some education to get planned. We got to get some education to them because we want to understand that, yeah, y'all need to be brainwashed correctly to get you on the right page.
You mean David Duke?
David Duke, thank you.
Duke.
David
like,
Duke,
Bill
my bad.
Duke
I'm
is
sorry,
a
I'm sorry.
homie.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
nigga in the world.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know you done effed up, right? I just effed up. You know you done effed up, right?
That's all right.
Yeah, shouts out to Bill Duke.
I
He blacker than y'all.
there's a word that's being thrown around here a little bit willy-nilly.
Well, go
that
ahead,
word is
Jeff.
racist.
Yeah.
Most white people do not, like us, have the power to be racist. They're bigots and they're prejudiced. Racism is a team sport. Racism is Flint water and
think you're wrong.
gentrification. I've been wrong before.
But it's all good.
No, this is a special kind of wrong here.
That's fine. It's just train Starbucks. I'm going to curb my mouth because this young lady is here later for Starbucks. Okay? Just because you're...
Hold on, Jeff. They're leaving.
Okay.
Oh, now you can go.
Let the door close.
Let it go. Boom.
Nigga, fuck Starbucks. Okay?
Oh, that was awesome.
Okay.
That was awesome.
All of this, you know what this official apology is about? We scared y'all gonna stop spending your money. That's it. We don't give a damn about you as people. We don't give a shit about your struggle. Keep buying this coffee. And what I say is that just because you're sorry because you're wrong don't mean you don't get punished. So to me, as a calling for divorce, I don't believe in boycott. Boycott is what we keep doing with this bad marriage we're in with America. We need to start divorcing. I don't think Starbucks deserves a divorce, but they certainly deserve a timeout. How about for the next 24 months, nobody black buy Starbucks? How about that? Just for 24, we're not gonna do you like we should do the Clippers, like we should do, like we should. We're not gonna do you like we should do the NFL and just everybody black walk.
Say it again, Jeff.
We ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna just leave like we ought to leave. But I tell you what, we ought to spank that ass for a couple of years and just go, you know what? No Starbucks. As far as we concerned, that bitch on the front of the cup got a sign say no brothers allowed. That's what we need to do.
Put them on probation.
Put them on,
Like Experian puts your credit on probation.
We need to start. We need to start financially terrorizing businesses. We need to start just picking businesses at random and not fucking with them for 5 years. Just target. We're not gonna fuck with you.
Jews would do that.
And let me go back to your
Yep.
point. This is the only thing that I thought was wrong about your point.
What's that?
About how white people, you know, they're stratified.
Only one thing wrong about my
Just
point?
one thing. Everything else was great.
Everything else is
99%.
beautiful.
That's an A.
And passionate. Yeah, that is.
Let me just say this. Antonio Moore.
Shout out to Antonio Moore.
That motherfucker just sent me the 67-page report that him and a couple of other professors, one professor is the leading professor of economics, right, at Duke, Darity, on the racial equality. Just listen to this, man.
I'm listening.
The number is fucking staggering. The 99th percentile black family is worth a mere $1.5 million, while the 99th percentile white family is worth over $12 million. Let's just keep that in mind. This means over 870,000 white families have a net worth over $12 million, while out of the 20 million black families in America, fewer than 380,000 can say they have $1 million in cash. By comparison, over 13 million of the total 85 million white families are millionaires or better.
Get another Bentley? Get one. Let me catch you helping some inner city black folks and see what I do to you.
Again.
And it's the expiration date on that coupon.
How about that?
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the real get down. So when you say, it's so many wealthy white families, my nigga. It's so much of this is why the system works for them. This is why they can say to themselves, you know what, there's white guilt. I'm living so high and off the fat of Negroes.
That was your voice? That was the voice?
From time immemorial, I'm living so high off the fat of the Negro. The Negro fat is better than pork fat, I believe.
Steak tastes.
They went to the UK. They went British.
Every show during current events, this happens. This steak I'm eating tastes exactly like your birthright.
Oh,
He said birthright.
Jesus. The Negro granny who made this A1 steak sauces.
This steak. So where y'all going? I love it. Keep going. Excuse me. Keep rolling.
Our wealth has been lubricated by the sweat and tears of the Negro slave.
And paradoxically, we will promote that they are the laziest people on planet Earth.
That part is the most genius part.
Let's have them.
All the work for free.
Let's
and
have
they say
them
they're lazy.
work until they die,
Shiftless.
and then call them stepping vegetable.
Wow. Yeah. And sleep and eat. Sleep and eat. That's
Sleep
also
and eat.
the name.
So the shit
They
is
forgot
crazy.
to say sleep, eat, work till you die. That's too long.
So Starbucks, let's transition from the Starbucks.
Yes.
And let's go to Donald Trump.
There's something new.
Jesus Christ. Here's the thing.
Don't nobody want to hear me about Donald Trump.
Here's the crazy thing about what's going on with Donald Trump.
What's crazy? What's crazy?
Everything.
How is it that we fall for it every single time? The U.S. bombing of Syria, right? Now, you know how they get down.
Who's gonna bomb us for Flint water?
Wow. That's okay. Thanks. Thanks for the interruption, but it was an amazing interruption.
I'm sorry. I just
No, but it's
brain bubble just
right.
popped. I'm sorry. Go
It's
ahead.
intellect Tourette's. I love it. This shit is great. Intellect Tourette's. Go ahead and coin it. It's yours.
I can't control. I can't control myself. Intellect Tourette's?
Yes,
that's fucking. Okay, intellect ends with a T, and Tourette's start.
Okay.
That's all I need. All right,
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Thank you. The United States, along with Britain and France, bombed Syria on Friday night. On the weekend, these niggas is at the local souk trying to get some motherfucking some pickled olives. And next thing you know,
Boom. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Could I get the kufi and a?
That's an Indian. Okay, cool. The decision to strike.
How come Indians can't be in Syria?
Ooh, nice.
I'm
nice
just
rebuttal.
saying,
Nice
nigga,
rebuttal.
if you're gonna do the impression, you gotta do the
With the
impression.
Syrians, my brother. Is that the way I must go?
It sounds
Is that
African
better?
and Indian.
Is that
together.
better?
That's Wakandan.
Okay. Have you? I'm gonna need to know the last time you two motherfuckers went to Syria. 'Cause it sounds-
I'm just saying, you don't
Yeah, there
sound
you go.
like them.
He shut it
Okay.
down.
Okay. What they sound like?
I'm gonna tell you, there's a dude right here.
Ooh.
I'm gonna break it down to you right now. There's a guy right here at this little. What's the name of this convenience store right here that we go to? What's the name of this shit? Fuck it. It's called the Quick Stop. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna
the
name
Quick
it.
Stop, yeah.
I'm gonna make up a name. The motherfuckers in there are Syrian.
Them motherfuckers from Cleveland.
Bang.
No, they from Syria. I talked to the man.
Me
man.
too. And they fucked up and said some shit about Kinsman Street in Cleveland. I was like, I caught your ass. You from Cleveland.
There
Okay,
you
you're
go.
just making up shit. Okay, fine. Okay, we're good. All right. When in doubt, lie.
Make it up.
All right, cool. The decision to strike came 1 week after Syrian President Bashar al-Assad used chemical weapons against civilians outside of Damascus, killing at least 42 adults and children. After the attack, President Donald Trump promised to exact a big price on the Assad regime. And apparently they dropped hot monkey lava on Syria.
Ouch.
Here's the thing that I've never really understood, and I'm not into politics and all of that shit. But who made the United States the police of the world?
They did.
The Rothschilds.
Oh, there you go. Oh, we gonna get deeper.
Well,
We gonna
here we
gonna
go.
get deeper.
Yeah.
But that's called a misdirection tactic. That's what that really is.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Assad has been doing that to Syria, and
Done
too many
been.
people.
Done
So
been.
all of a sudden now it's the thing that needs to be done top of the list that we need to rectify. We need to go in there and put more death and attack Syria more. That what does that do?
Why
And
don't
who
we-
did you strike?
Why don't we attack China?
Well, he didn't strike anybody.
Right.
The only reason he
It
did
was
it, the only
distraction.
reason he did it is because they were getting close on the Russia thing.
Yes.
And
And his porn star thing and
then
everything
and
else.
then the
It's
Comey
misdirection.
Comey came out, the ex-FBI dude came out, and he started talking about how Trump's a liar and he's not fit for president and all this and that.
We gotta do a
So-
publicity stunt.
So the book is coming out. The book is getting ready to come out, I think today or something like that. Today or tomorrow. So he had to literally change the whole narrative of what was going on.
We're gonna attack Syria.
Yeah, so
We're
he
heroes.
can't. So he doesn't look like he's supporting Putin over there. So he's like, Putin, stop doing what you're
against
doing.
you.
I'm going to fire missiles
I'm
over.
against you.
It's basically Three Stooges violence.
But you know what? Wow.
That's what it is.
Wow. Hey, but Obama bombed Syria too.
Not really.
No,
though.
you don't.
He-
Not really bomb a person.
But
Jeff,
that's
Jeff
why
is a
they were
Marine.
getting. But that's why they were getting on him though, because Assad was doing all this shit and he didn't do anything. And then when Trump first got into office, Trump bombed him, and they was like, "Shit, finally, motherfucker." Obama wasn't doing anything, and then then that was still for theater as well. But I mean, Obama was he's trying to play the whole one world order ticket. That's what Obama was there for, to bring the one world order shit together.
Hippity
puppets to the
hop
side.
mob stop.
is that how you interject into a
Yes.
conversation?
To the cipher.
Yes.
Jesus.
Stop it. We do not waste the time, manpower, money, or other resources on bombing anything that does not affect our bottom line directly. We don't give
Bread.
a fuck about what you're doing to them people.
Right.
Whenever you fall for the look what they doing to them people, you on some bullshit too. We don't give a fuck. It's about resources and our control over them. If we got control over your resources, you good. Start playing with the control of the resources and
Gaddafi.
But
yeah,
but the whole thing going on right now though, you got a few motherfuckers in power who they're trying to get out, or they put in power so they can wreck the whole thing, so they can introduce this one world solution. So all the gangsters, the big gangsters that are in power, Kim Jong-un, Putin, Assad, Trump, all these motherfuckers are gangsters that are in power that are going to wreck the system and actually beg for you to call for a one world order. That's what's getting ready to come.
right. We gonna make you.
They're gonna make your ass.
We
one
gonna
more.
like they doing in Chicago. We're gonna set the stage for you to act like savages, so we can treat you like savages.
And Trump getting back into the TPP. See, remember I told you about the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So so this is how he got into office. He was saying, the Trans-Pacific Partnership is bullshit. I'm getting out of it.
And
I'm
now
going to
he's
cancel it
getting into it.
immediately. And I mean, this whole big ass production of it, there's no more sovereign. You have what's called arbitration. So now every country who wants to go against each other is private arbitration. So there's no more sovereignty. So now, just this week, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get back into the TPP," because he knows they came and told that motherfucker, "Hey, you fucked up. You fucked up when you got out of that."
This shit crazy.
That's why he's bombing.
So you listen. So here's the thing. This is why I try to tell people, man.
Tell him.
When I be looking at the first of this and the first of that and all the little acknowledgments and awards and accolades that are happening inside of the play, I always tell motherfuckers, what role are you playing and who wrote the script? You're in a play, motherfucker, and you
Whether
running
you
around
like it or
here
not.
on some self-important shit.
Shakespeare said it best.
I always say this, say
All
what
the world's
Shakespeare.
a stage.
Yes.
And everyone be a player in it.
Do you understand?
Do you understand?
Do you
Continue.
even know your role?
Yes. You probably don't.
My grandfather wrote your role 200 years ago. He knew your kind was coming.
That's right.
Hey.
That's fucking nuts to me because we're looking at it today.
Your arms are too short to box with God. Foolish. That's foolish. Boxing is for humans.
Right.
Boom.
Sport is the new court gesture.
Yeah.
is.
You are to
about
entertain
that?
my family.
It means leisure.
Amuse
the
us.
word actually means leisure.
Amuse us. So again, I'm looking at everything that's happening in the world.
Yes.
From Monsanto, from Flint, all of this shit is by design. And then the people with the most power have been duped to chase a bio-survival ticket. And then judge motherfuckers off of their proficiency in finding bio-survival tickets.
Yes.
Your ass is on a debt ticket Easter egg hunt.
Well said.
And then you judging motherfuckers who haven't found the debt tickets. I was at a relationship roundtable last night, and a sister was talking this shit, and I'm saying to her, just like by design, 60% of the homeless population, they only make up 2% of Southern California, Los Angeles. They only make up 2% of Los Angeles, but they're 60% of the homeless population. You think that's not by design?
So what that does to you subconsciously as a reader of this information, who most readers of information in a nucleus of people disseminate the information to those people. What that does to a reader that hears that there's 60% of us who are homeless, that makes you look at 6 out of 10 black men as broke, funky, crazy predators. Just write your bam.
Right.
Immediately.
Yeah. Right.
As soon as you read. So that means
Birth of a nation.
this brother right here, he don't get to go out for a run in some old sweats with a hoodie, because now I fall into that 60%.
Right.
Or broke of a nation.
Oh, yes.
Hence why we have ProjectHopeLA.org, and we raising this money benefit concert this Thursday to impact exactly this. But continue. I just wanted to shamelessly promote what is relevant to the
No,
conversation.
you're supposed to, man. You're supposed to.
We have to make a difference in it, and that's why we're doing it. Our dollars can make a difference, and we have to take care of our own community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see it every day. I see it all around. And if we don't do something about it, it's not going to be fixed. Step by step. But continue. You were going.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
I'm just sitting here looking at the trending stories, man.
Because I got to remember, 24-hour news cycles are programmed. You're not really getting the real information. So we have to realize that we have to find the true news ourselves, because this is programmed. So of misdirecting where you're focused instead of asking the real questions. Where are our jobs going? Foreigners are not taking your jobs. They are giving them your jobs.
Thank you.
The reason you have problems with your cable box and they transfer you somewhere in India, even though your spot might be right down the street where they got to send the trucks from and everything there's a reason.
Welcome to Spectrum Cable.
Right.
What's your name? Sam.
Right, or it goes to,
Motherfucker, your mama didn't
for
name
real.
you Sam.
That's exactly
so
what it
there's
is.
a
Like
reason that more people are losing their homes, their jobs, their cars. I mean, just their whole way of life, because they're being laid off. One medical incident, one medical accident can take you out of the game. We have people who should be enjoying their golden years who don't have their pensions anymore.
Because they ain't got no more gold.
Right. You see them working at McDonald's. You see them working at the gas stations. There's something really going on here systematically, and the 1% is responsible for it. But yet we still keep giving all our money to these 1%. You see what I'm saying? So we have to start realizing our positions of power and start taking it back, because it's still yours. But, they're lulling everybody to sleep, and people keep thinking that it's all about them voting. It is, in a sense, if you do it in your city, because you should be involved in your direct city instead of thinking that you can go to the nation, the capital, and go, we gonna change that. That's the biggest show. That's the biggest mall. That's the biggest mall front.
That's political WWE.
Right. We can make change in our own communities. We have to start within our own neighborhoods. We have to start in our own homes. We have to start in our own cities.
Come on.
And that's how we go from there until, city to city, or let's do this, street to street, city to city, or here, fix it, city to city, state to state. Then we have the whole nation. But you have to start in your own neighborhood. You have to start in your own home.
Yes.
And you have to look at what's wrong there. And then we can make a difference, because we can hold people accountable within our own city limits. It's hard to try and govern a whole country when you know how it's set up already.
Right.
So let's start simple. What's going on my block? How are my schools running? What are they doing for our children?
Right.
How are our local businesses? You know what I'm saying? You realize the gentrification that's happening. And there's an economic warfare it has been going on against us, waged against us for a long time. And guess what? We also have economics. So we have to realize the power of our dollar and start being smarter with it. So I'm gonna leave it there, continue, but I'm just saying we gotta pay attention to the real things. People always talk about the presidents and don't realize they're puppets. They're great actors. They're great spokespersons. And it's always them when they say so-and-so did this. No, they didn't. It's the people behind them. If you really want to be mad and hate somebody, find out who's behind Trump. Because Trump is a patsy. He's a clown. We know that. We can look at him and see that. I loved him in Home Alone 2. I loved him when I saw him on WWF. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a front man. You know what I mean? So when people talk about Reagan or this and that, with the only exception of Bush Sr., because he was head of CIA. That's a different individual.
That was a different kind of animal.
That's Charlie Murphy. But besides that guy, everything else, they're puppets. So stop looking at the government and just these names. We never even know the names of everybody in Congress.
I got to take
Start holding them accountable.
I got to take you back while it's on my mind.
Bless me.
You said we have to start looking elsewhere for our news. What would you consider some viable sources?
You know what? Al Jazeera used to be. But
They
got there are still some programs on PBS.
Young Turks are good.
Young Turks
are great.
There you go. There's still some shows on PBS that are actually spot on. So there's some places to find it. Off the top of my head, I can't think of these other websites, but I don't want to give you the wrong thing, so I'll make sure.
The Young Turks are really good, though.
But yeah, understand that the 24-hour news cycle that you're receiving every day is programmed. And they say that across the country simultaneously.
And what you said about the presidents, people don't get this. The presidential election before now, I don't even know if we're going to have another one because, I'll put that in the rent. The presidential election is a popularity contest. It is to find out who, without revolting, will most of the American people take this bullshit that the people behind him are about to dish out. That's the only reason that dude is there.
Okay,
we need a mascot.
The Cambridge.
The president is always controlled. He said for the most part, and he was breaking it down. So they're talking about the president getting ready to be elected, and talking about how he's a patsy. He's not even the real guy. It's basically all the people behind him who run him, and these are the people who are at Cambridge University getting ready to do the analytics.
You're familiar with the Koch brothers? You know,
So, and an exception to Kennedy. And we see what happened to Kennedy.
Well, that was
I want to clean up FBI, I want to clean up CIA.
Yeah, that was the last real president.
Right, and I want to renege against what happened with the mafia to put me in office. That's a different story.
That's a whole nother get down.
Yeah.
So let me just come back.
Come back.
Let's get off this grassy knoll shit.
No. No, this is good shit. This is good shit. And I'm just going to say this.
Yes, sir.
Somebody said the Rothschilds are the reason why this shit is whatever. Somebody said the Rockefeller Rothschild.
J.P. Morgan.
Can I just say, these motherfuckers are aware of the story they feed you and then aware of the reality, right? There's the story to feed off of the minds in the Matrix, because feeding off of the minds in the Matrix creates my reality.
There's a direct connection. So the company is called Cambridge Analytica. There's the people who did the data analytics for Trump. So this goes all the way back though to one of the Rothschilds.
Back in the day, they had something called the Cambridge Five, and they were spies. They were basically outed as spies at Cambridge. But one of the Rothschilds were one of them. So these are the people who produced the Cambridge Analytica, the company who did the data.
Right.
So that's a direct link.
See, this is why I want to come back to this point for black folk. When I see black men and women sucking the ball sack, right? The ball sack is nestled
under the chin.
Nestled. Ball sack nestling. 5-yard penalty. Repeat it out.
Do you understand? Nestled in the jowls, right? Of
like a chipmunk.
The subservient.
Ball sack nestling in the right jowl.
Right. See, black people have to break up with white definitions and distinctions. When I say white, I mean dominant power structure.
Thank you, my brother.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because the Rothschilds understand this. We have a matrix for the people, the commoner. The word population from the Latin populoso. Right? Masses of unlearned motherfuckers.
Fickle crowd.
Fickle crowd, mob, unlearned motherfuckers. Do you get what I'm saying?
The vulgus.
The vulgus, the vulgar, unlearned. They are not men of the cloth. They are unaware of the true reality.
The illusion of choice.
Do you get? We'll give them the illusion of choice: a purple Jordan, and a red and black one, and they will be satiated.
I am thirsty. Master, we come to the gate and we're very thirsty. I see your thirst and I offer you Coke or Pepsi.
And you shall enjoy them both.
But Master, we were hoping for some water. There is water in Pepsi.
Use some Jack Daniels, man.
Hey. But the illusion of choice is what we've been experiencing for a long time. The funny thing is, I just started reading a lot of James Baldwin's works.
Right.
And The Fire Next Time has been the thing that I've been on right now, and everything he was talking about then is happening right now.
Wow.
And again, it's the illusion of choice.
What
We
is
think
this?
we have I have to submerge myself back in the understanding and when it wasn't watered down or changed. You know what I mean? When you have him, you have John Henry Clark, you have Dick Gregory. You know what I'm saying? You have people that's talking that real. So I fine-tune my mind to that because something else that we
Dr.
need to
Ben.
do. Yes.
Ivan Van Sertima.
Message. And now that we
Ranoko
have...
Rashidi. Jeez, it just goes on and
You know
on.
what I mean? Now that we have this Philosopher's Stone, the iPhone or whatever you have, the smartphone, you can Google, you can find anything, so there's no excuse. We used to have to go to the libraries and dig for this knowledge. Now you can just type in these names that you've heard. So make sure, you know, listen to the show again, grab all that knowledge, grab that nutrients.
You stop searching Cardi B.
And
I mean,
listen,
you know,
no
do your fun,
disrespect.
do your fun, but there's something serious going on because people are too busy wanting to dance.
There's no time for fun.
There you go.
There's no time for fun.
There you go.
Telling people to do their fun is like saying, okay, you can keep dancing, but we did hit that fucking iceberg 45 minutes ago.
Well, you know what, brother? But I inject there because
Yes,
one
sir.
of my heroes, Bunchy Carter, used a technique where he would party with him and watch, and after the party was over, he'd say, check this out.
Yeah.
And he'd bring them in to be a part of the Black Panther Party. He'd get them motivated because they saw him. It was like, because you can't talk to everybody from the serious point first. You know, there's a kind people don't want to be preached to, and people don't want to be reminded of the responsibilities or the horrors that they face. People love escapism, and that's why VR is getting so big now. In a moment, people are going to exactly be like in the Matrix when they were just batteries.
Right.
Because they're going to be trapped in their own preferred realities, and they can be these avatars, whatever they want to be.
Right.
So,
Okay, deep question for you, brother.
okay, let me see if I can swim. Go ahead.
Know
I'm
this
ready.
brother right here.
Let me,
Okay.
Get ready.
In the interest of the mental frequency in this room,
Yes.
let's just say that it's at least a couple of hertz above the average nigga's thinking. Can we?
Okay.
Here's where I'm
Zombie
at with
Blues
it.
guy, too.
Here's where I'm at with it.
Speak.
Is it worth the energy to convince? Let's just say we try to convince 100% of them. Of that percentile, let's just say we convince 20. In the face of crisis,
Speed up your
is
point.
the energy expended? Is the energy expended to convince 20% of the sleepers that they need to be doing what they're doing? Is that wasted energy in the face of what the fuck is going on? Like the mountain is there, and we're headed at it at 400 miles an hour. I don't have time to wait till the end of the record. Niggas, it's a mountain we finna hit.
But again, as we've seen all our great leaders that have been killed and the work was never achieved, we can't save everyone. So we have to lead by demonstration. So we take those that's with us and everybody else is going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with that.
So,
But I'm not.
you know,
I'm with you there.
yeah.
But I'm not with the. Okay, I'm gonna give you this information with some candy. Fuck the candy. Okay, it's time. Any of this. If you heard any of this tomorrow, you would not be shocked. Nigga, they done nuked Hawaii.
Right.
Nigga, it's a zombie apocalypse. Nigga, the dollar has
Concentration camps have
collapsed.
started. Right.
Nigga, FEMA done started the concentration camps. Nigga, the police done got the carte blanche to just shoot niggas right in the street. Nigga, so why do I have to throw a party to get your fucking attention?
You don't have to throw a party.
All right,
See,
look.
Bunchy just showed up at parties and put it down and left. What I say by that is, if you expend too much energy trying to convince people, you're going to end up having a stroke. You're going to have an aneurysm. You're going to have more gray hairs than natural.
Listen.
So it's like those who want to listen, come on with it.
Listen.
We can't take everybody on the boat.
I'm with
We
Bishop
can't get
on
everybody
this.
in the building.
I'm with Bishop on this.
But too many people died for this. You know,
And let me tell you
too
why.
many real people died for us not to do our part.
Let me tell you why I'm with Bishop on this.
What, my brother?
The Cabellian. When the student is ready,
The teacher will appear.
the teacher will appear.
That was baller.
See, part of what the fuck is wrong with niggas,
Speak.
a nigga will get a nugget of knowledge and then think he is a scholar
In living color.
and be out here trying to teach.
Remember? And he's
Oswald Bates.
Yeah.
Oswald Bates.
The constipation.
Unduce me.
Right. Sometimes the process of truly understanding some shit is staying immersed in the process of learning.
Yes.
Sometimes when we learn something, we be so motherfucking surprised and shocked that we learned something that we got to run out and share it.
Yep.
But what you've learned is a fragment of the whole of the truth. You've got a piece of it. You've got a perspective. Truth and knowledge is like a facet in the diamond. The more the facets, the more brilliant the diamond. The more perspectives, the more brilliant the mind.
Right.
Message.
You see what I'm saying? So, yes, you got a little piece of knowledge, hold on to it, and add more.
Absolutely.
Before you open up a corner store and start proselytizing partial knowledge.
I'm
Message.
all over that. Amen.
And this
You
is
get
prime
it?
example, piggybacking off what you're saying. We're doing this benefit concert this and so many people were at Coachella. No disrespect to Coachella, and they paid all that money for those tickets. Now, our tickets are $40 a pop because we're trying to make sure we can give money to these organizations. We're not sold out yet, and we should be, because here we are trying to create real solutions, real opportunities for the people to get involved. But it's not sensational. It's not sexy. It's not what they want, but they need to hear it. But again, back to your point. Who's gonna come on board? And that's who I speak to. That's why I'm here this morning with y'all, because those that are awake are who I'm talking to.
Right.
Those that want to stay zombies, that might be your fate. You might be the Walking Dead, then be the best zombie you can be. God bless you.
You better
But
be the
those-
Michael Jackson of zombie.
Hey,
Get
and
it.
just so we're clear, zombie means God too, so y'all need to get
And
off
listen,
that.
Ken, ain't nobody
we
going
mean the
nowhere.
Walking Dead, okay?
Okay, Kev. No, stop.
You gonna
I
come
gotta
with
set
no,
you
you
up.
gonna come with nigga, and so
No,
I gotta
you
set
get
you up.
nigga means God.
Jeff, I got to set you up. You're a rant. I know you want to tear into Kevin.
Oh my God.
Let me get back.
I see
Oh,
it.
it-
I'm just,
Kev,
listen,
Kev, it
I'm
gives
just-
my
I'm ready.
fucking balls a headache.
I'm ready.
Why
First
do
off,
you?
your balls, they should never be mentioned on this show.
Okay. 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 You know what? You're right, because that gives them a little bit too much credit. I'm gonna group them together and say my scrot has a headache. Okay. Because you always do this.
I always do what? I always give you. I
You
always,
do what?
I don't ever give the answer.
No.
All I do is just answer the question.
he does get an answer now,
Here's what you do.
goddammit.
Here's what you do. You do what one of my ex-girlfriends used to do to me.
What'd she do?
She would put me down
I
this
thought you was gonna forget
relationship
about her.
hallway, this relationship gauntlet, and then she would cut the fucking lights out. And now I gotta walk with axes and bowling balls and shit. So if you're going to take zombie away from me, you got to put something in its place.
I don't gotta put nothing in its place. I don't gotta put nothing. I'm not have to do your job. Find out what words you should be using.
Then I
When
don't
you
have
use
to
the wrong
validate the
word,
words
though,
you take
when
away.
you use the wrong word, though, I can just tell you what words you are using.
So, Kev,
it's
tell
not
us
to
what-
me to
No,
tell
no, you
what
can't. That's
it's not up to
unfair.
me to tell
That's
you what word to
unfair.
use.
That's
You-
unfair.
Wait, hold
Do
on. Let
the-
me tell you what's
so do
unfair.
That's unfair.
Hey, let me tell you what's unfair. Your blatant disrespect of radio etiquette. Nobody can understand you fucks talking over each other.
Yeah.
But these niggas is like brothers on a football
Man,
field.
stop it.
Nobody understands your little personal argument. Nobody cares. You're both cut.
Argument.
I missed that block on purpose because you left my socks in the hallway.
So more topics, yeah, because we went, yeah.
Yeah, so let me come back.
So
God damn it.
We're
I
gonna
got
call him the
this.
Walking Dead, okay? We know what he said, but what we mean in the form that we.
You
It's
can
The nerd fight in the chat room.
Yes. Nerd fight.
I'm so offended. I'm so offended, nigga.
Thank you.
You're making fun of my intelligence. I'm so offended. I'm smarter than you.
That hurts me right here because I'm smarter than you.
My
Wait,
God.
listen.
I don't know. I'm gonna live tonight, nigga.
All right, hold on, guys.
We're back.
Shit. We're
back.
about to take a quick break. I got to take a break to regain control of this
Right.
room.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
When we come back, we do have a topic.
we do.
All right, we covered all the little current event bullshit.
Did we get
Yes.
through more?
You think I should do one more?
Yeah,
I
man.
got another one.
Because we got lost for a minute, but it was
I'm a
good
little,
loss.
But I'm a little pissed off about this one.
I love it already.
But it's stupid pissed off. I shouldn't be pissed off.
I should step on your shoe. God, them shoes are sharp as shit.
What is it, so?
It's dumb pissed off, though.
What's
It's the Coachella thing,
Oh, what happened?
the Beyonce performance.
What about it?
It was amazing,
Okay, yes. What would you expect?
but they go right to Michael Jackson.
No.
Oh, there's a great reason for that.
I'm like, what?
There's a fantastic reason for that.
They go.
It was as good as Michael Jackson?
They're
Is that
just
what it
saying.
is?
They're just saying she's on the level of
Yes,
Michael Jackson.
Because y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand.
For this generation.
Yeah.
For this generation,
So let's be
yes.
clear.
You have to be
There
clear.
is nobody greater than Michael Jackson. We're going to leave Mike alone. That's an alien. But we
Well-
talking about this generation,
Yeah.
and she's the only one doing it at this.
What it is, the way he put it, the way he framed it,
They always do it that way.
it's never framed that way.
No.
It's
Context.
she's on the level
Right.
of MJ.
Right.
So-
she's on the level of Prince. It's like you can't
No,
do that.
no, you can't.
But that's what sensationalism.
They are
Like,
they are both Virgo though.
but
I
bam.
give him that. I give him that.
Bam.
But let me just say this.
My Uncle James is a Virgo. That nigga live with my grandmama. That's
And Nas.
But let Beyonce stand on her own level.
what the
Like,
fuck does Virgo have to do with it?
right. No, they dropping that. It must
My
be-
cousin,
got the same-
Clifford's a Virgo. He sets bowling pins at a bowling alley on the west side
The
of
two
Chicago.
entertainer Virgos they have the same type of energy.
But I understand what they're trying to do with giving her the praise. But it's like, let her stand on her own feet and be the amazing artist she is.
Right.
But that's what publicists do. They gonna say that to make it even bigger and make people react and have backlash. Like, but we know it because we was there.
Yeah.
I seen Michael Jackson. I seen the Jackson 5 at
There was
the
some
Forum when
other
I was a
shit.
kid.
Yeah.
And I was crying and passing out and fainting. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
some
Like,
other
I was
shit.
there. You know what I'm saying? I seen
other
Prince
shit.
perform choreography.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's nothing going on as far as production value for the stage. So when they saw this at Coachella, it changed their life. Because think about what else happened out there. It was a lot of stuff that was like, wow. And then you see Beyonce, who comes from those schools of knowing all this great stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course it's gonna be fantastic.
Absolutely.
It's phenomenal. And I'm proud how black she made it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and
right,
it's
right.
like, look, let me remind y'all, and let me show you quality, and let me show you pride, and let me show you discipline. Most people don't even rehearse for their shows. They just show up.
Oh.
What we doing?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
Period. But when you see, this is the thing that fucked me up.
Go.
Because you get these arguments in sports. LeBron is better than Michael.
right.
Jordan, he's on Michael's level. Stop it. I need you to stop. Okay. He never got beat in terms of physically abused in a game.
When
Michael did.
name one game that after it somebody went, did Jordan not show up? Did Jordan choke? Did Jordan let his team down? There was never a what about Jordan ever. So you can just stop that shit right there.
According to LeBron, who tweeted last week Jordan's stats, he tried to put a light on how Jordan wasn't actually the greatest. So he tweeted out all this shit about how.
That's
so
because he
tweeted a picture
believed
of
in
him
the
dunking
hype.
on like 4 white dudes, and he was like, "Look at all the white dudes he's dunking on. They should be accountants. He's dunking on
Right.
4 accountants."
My man.
And then he was talking about how Jordan didn't perform for one series and
Right.
how he got all the accolades. So he was breaking down some actual stats that you can put in perspective.
My man hit it. My man hit the nail on the head. The problem is that these people, what they're suffering from,
Why
is
your hands like that?
because this is because I'm about to make a point. I'm about to make a point. Okay?
Little ass
Now,
hands.
Okay? Don't make me David Lopan your ass. David Lopan.
Big Trouble in Little China reference for you. I'm ready.
I just jumped the peg with this brother right here. Okay. What the youth suffer from is an overdose of modern mediocrity. Okay? There were bands that sucked back in the 70s. But you just don't know who they are because there was the OJs and the Four Tops and the Spinners, and they don't. So when they see anything brilliant, they're like, "Oh shit, this is the best thing ever." No, young motherfucker, not ever. Just your ever.
Right.
So let me break down a couple of things.
The bar is so low now, you can just step over it. You can just step over it.
Let me break down a couple of things before I transition to Geoff
You were
and then
mad
our
pissed
topic.
off. You was dumb pissed off. You was finishing. Yeah.
So let me just break down a couple of things real quick. As an A&R, you look for magic, right?
Truth.
Okay, so Beyonce has magic, but it's not
wizardry.
It's not Gandalf magic.
No.
It's more like apprentice magic.
Yeah, she's sawing people in half.
Let me just say, because you look for the complete package, right? Some people would argue Beyonce is the complete package. But I would say, the question is, who's a better singer, Beyonce or Janet? I would say Beyonce.
Easy.
Right?
Easy.
Who's a better singer, Whitney or Beyonce?
Whitney.
Who's a better singer, Shaka Khan, or Beyonce?
Chaka Khan.
Who's a better singer, right? You get what I'm
But
saying?
she listened to all them.
Patti
She knew
LaBelle.
her.
So here where I'm going with this.
Aretha.
The reason why I'm going with this, I would put Beyonce over Janet.
Sure.
And I'll tell you why.
Sure.
Because Beyonce does what Janet does. Just if you took the voice out of it, you could see Beyonce dancing and killing it the way you see Janet dancing and killing
She
it.
grew up on Rhythm Nation.
Now, where you move Beyonce ahead of Janet is because Beyonce's a better singer.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Beyonce's voice, to me, is not one of the greatest voices of all time.
No.
It doesn't move me with the magic in the voice. Shaka Khan had magic in the voice, magic in the throat. Whitney had magic in the throat. Imagine Whitney if she could actually dance.
Yeah, right.
That would be the greatest performer of all time. She would be better than motherfucking Michael Jackson.
If she could, yeah, she
If she could dance. But she couldn't dance. She was like a fucking chicken out there. But that's okay.
Yeah.
But
she's a little less than Mary J. Blige, which is saying a hell of a lot.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Nothing.
But when Whitney did the motherfucking national anthem
It's done.
Yeah, she
It's
killed it.
done.
live,
You saw it on her face. She knew what she did.
just the voice destroyed the world.
Yeah.
She surprised herself. You can see it on her
Yeah.
face. She was like, "Ooh, I did that."
So
With just as much effort as it takes to go, let me get 2 packets of soy sauce.
Right. The motherfucker had on a sweatsuit,
Right.
nigga, and a
And
goddamn headband,
and tore him down.
and
And it's
just
classic.
went in
And
there
wrecked him.
and destroyed. So again, when you're looking for the voice, like Beyonce's voice is recognizable, but Beyonce's voice doesn't move you like Aretha, doesn't move you like
Well,
Gladys.
look what you compared it to. Look what you compared.
But no,
I believe
Theon Greats. That's a fair comparison.
That's a comparison. If you're going to put yourself up there.
You're going to put yourself next to Michael Jackson.
Here's the problem.
We get to come in and
but
say.
did she say that?
No, she didn't say
so
it.
that's why you can't say she said that.
But
she know where she stand.
Hold on.
She know where she stand.
Come out and say something.
Okay, go ahead and say that.
Say, don't do that.
May I don't
Don't
that.
you? Don't.
All right.
Don't do that to me, Bobby Jimmy.
May I build a bridge? May I build a
brother.
bridge?
Build it.
Okay. You say that Beyonce does not have a voice. Aretha.
She moved.
You say that she moves you.
Yeah.
Here's the bridge. The songs that Beyonce does that moves people really are not pushed forward. All night long, that Jay-Z, I dare you to play All Night
This
Long
nigga
by
gonna act like he
Beyonce.
discovered a song we ain't heard.
And that song don't move you. Listen.
Somebody get this nigga some
from
what the?
Listen from the Dreamgirls soundtrack. And maybe that's not
remember the
you.
record name.
Okay, that song, okay. Again, all of this is subjective.
No. Yeah.
That song moved me.
That's because you
All
sensitive,
night long moved me. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna back up off of sensitive. Yeah, I'll whoop your ass in my grass and I'll tell you come on in and have some potato salad. The ass whooping is over. I done already showed you don't know how to fight. I done already bust your shit up and showed you your hand. Your left hand is weak.
Here you
Now
go,
come get this
Jeff.
potato
Here you go,
salad.
Jeff. Halo is a great record
Yes.
by Beyonce.
Yeah.
But nigga, when we start putting it next to things,
Like the real shit. The real shit.
when we start juxtaposing,
Like Cat Williams say, that damn Chrysler 300 looked like a Bentley till a goddamn Bentley pulled up.
exactly.
Then your ass is trying to merge off the freeway.
But everything in
Exactly.
degrees. Everything in degrees, because she didn't say that, but I'm
Right.
glad they feel like that. But that's because they her biggest fans, and that's their experience. Most of these people have never heard Aretha Franklin like we know Aretha
Thank
Franklin.
you.
Or Gladys Knight or Patti LaBelle or Minnie Riperton. You know what I'm saying?
But I will say
Denise
this.
Williams. They don't know about that.
Denise Williams,
Kim
Jesus
Burrell. They don't know
Christ.
about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand.
No, but I will say this. In order for her to be spoken of in this company, that means she earned it. So she deserves it.
She does.
Right.
I
So
respect her
point
highly.
blank,
Right.
period.
And she
All
works
right.
hard. I'm like, how much rehearsal did they have before they did that thing at Coachella? That
They
was
killed
ill.
it. They,
That was
yeah, she
ill.
destroyed it.
Ain't nobody asking is Iggy Azalea like
Nobody,
Or Fergie.
yeah, nobody's
Fergie saw that Fergalicious action.
Yeah, nobody's ever talking
But
about
that's,
them.
you know, but I feel you. But we always have to make sure we see where it's coming from and who's saying it. If the artist didn't say it themselves, I'm not going to hold it against them.
All right,
Because
so-
a lot of
Wow,
times,
yeah.
like the publicists always put something out, like when Nicki Minaj and streams or something match Michael Jackson and Thriller. I was like, no, streams and real records
Are not
two
album
different
sales,
things.
yeah.
But that's just to grab headlines. That's how they
Yeah.
grab you with
Do
all
you
that
know what it
madness.
takes?
Let me get my Quincy on
Yes,
here.
sir.
Shit,
Please do.
man. You know, that shit sold 150 million records worldwide. You know,
And still selling.
I dare you, man. Shit, I dare you to do what we did. You know?
can't do it
You
again.
can't.
You can't
Can't
do
be
it,
done
you know.
again?
When something like that happens, that you fall to your knees, you know. You thank God, you know.
They take
God's
it
in the
easy.
room.
Has he ever heard you do that?
No, you know, it was crazy. I did it the other day in front of Tevin Campbell.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what did Kevin do? What did he do?
Tevin was like, God damn, you sound just like that.
Yes.
Shit, man, you
Shouts
know.
out to Tevin Campbell.
Shit, you know. God damn it, you know.
But that's the point.
It's
Because
killer
now they're
songs,
taking,
man. You
they're
start with
taking
killer
CDs out of
songs.
stores. There's no physical music anymore except special order or you go to the record store. So y'all just streaming. Y'all not even doing what people did before when they physically went out and bought records. You know
And
what
I
I'm
want to give a
saying?
shout out to Colin Kaepernick one more time, one more
ahead.
again, because he was about to get a shot with the Seahawks, and then they asked him, "Are you going to kneel again?" If going to kneel again, he said, "Nah." And so then literally gave up his shot right there.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with that.
I don't even know why that was a stipulation on
Right.
whether you could play or not, but that's fine.
Because they still want to oppress.
So
You already
listen,
know.
we're about to take a quick break.
We got to
When
come
we
up
come
for air.
back, Jeff Brown,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna need a 2-minute rant because we're hella over. No, Jeff gets to spread out.
That's fine.
Hella over.
Jeff is peanut butter. He gets to spread. All right.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Nigga.
Nutella.
Okay, you Nutella, nigga.
Nutella. You got high end.
Almond butter.
I don't know, man. Root word in Nutella is nut. I
Okay,
don't know
now
if I
we're
like
now
that.
we're really done here.
All right,
Okay.
let's
We're gonna- and when we come back, Jeff's intellectual rant, and then our topic. I got a hell of a topic today, man.
Can we play a song again? Can I get
We
Shay's
got one
voice?
right there.
Speak to me. Can we do speak to
We
me?
got it.
Fisher? Okay.
Can we go to break with? Go to break with, of course, Bishop Lamont's little hot rock up in here. We'll be back at 2.2. We'll talk in a second. Zoe Williams, Zoe What Show Dash Talk.
Speak to me. Oh, I love you, Lord. Cried all night long. Speak to me. I love you, Lord. I don't know what I would do. Speak.
On greatest trick, I was prepping them. On Hallelujah, I was checking them. And on this here, this is the reckoning. You rappers need to go get saved to pray. I recommend. I ain't down with your type of party. Got some whack, you gotta rap about Illuminati. Half y'all can't spell Illuminati. Went from poets and dancers to drug dealers and John Gotti. Shiny Houston back to gangsters killing everybody. Oh yeah, I forgot about your booty shaking. Y'all burning that out. Leave something to the imagination. Got these women and these little girls emulating all the wrong things instead of strong queens. Enough of ratchet shit. Raise your self-esteem. Let the wise listen and ask to they learning. And let the discerning get guidance.
Baby, God is trying to do something. Speak the love. Cried all night long. Oh, my Lord.
Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Women too, no ain't no stones gonna be getting thrown. I'm a sinner too, I've done my share wrong, and I'ma do some more. I know I'm not alone. Yeah, we go astray, so far gone, end up so lost in another time zone. But no matter how far we can come home, always, we never have to be alone. We all fall, but try to stay strong. It's hard to keep your faith when your own past is doing wrong. Men and women of the cloth, not all them true. Condemning you, but they be secretly sinning too. Stop giving millions to these hypocrites. Why they all ballin', but the hood ain't rich? Yeah, I know it's business. You gotta get your dough, but don't forget to handle business and save some souls.
He healed my soul. Oh, yes, he did. I'm calling on the name of Jesus. There's power in the name. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. Speak to me.
All right, y'all. If we gon' do it, we gotta do it right. If we gon' really get church, we gotta take them to church. These streets ain't safe, now our churches ain't safe. What we supposed to do?
Jesus.
Ouch.
Let me just say, let me just.
Angie Fisher.
Angie Fisher from Pasadena, Dina Love. Amazing voice.
Broke her face open and let you have it.
Jesus Christ. Let me just say this real quick. You remember Jesus Walks?
Yeah.
Kanye. I'm not a Christian.
No,
I don't do Jesus.
no.
But that record was so dope. I mean, when you hear it, you be like, oh my God.
Because the devil's trying to break me down.
I mean,
He killed me. He killed it.
I was like, I listened to the record, Kanye, and I'm gonna tell you how this applies to this record.
Yes, sir.
I was listening to the record and I was like, Jesus, if I was lost, this record would
Come on,
lead
bro.
me right to church.
You mean if you was
Right to
if you was
Jesus.
if you was looking for God, this song would lead you straight to religion?
Led me right to religion.
Yes.
Me and Mo D, Cool Mo D, we listening to it together. Like this is powerful. This is the power of hip hop that took Jesus, you know, and made it into like an anthem. There was just a powerful record. Then say a year and some change ago, you get me? Exhibit and I, we connect. Exhibit's like,
Shouts out to Alvin.
Alvin's
sir.
like, yo, you got to come to the studio. You got to come and you got to listen to these records, man. We got records, you know. So he let me hear a whole bunch of what's my man from San Diego?
You
Legend.
talking about
Legend.
my big homie J.O. Felony.
J.O. Felony
Well,
stuff.
Oh my
I can give it to you, but what? you
Man,
gonna
the
do?
stuff J.O.
And Luke Duke.
He let me hear. He let me hear all of that.
Shouts out to Dago.
It was
Yes, sir.
It was on fire. Then he said, "You heard of Bishop Lamont?" I was like, "Yes, I know this guy.
I know this guy.
This guy's great." He was like, "I have a record. You want to peep it?" I was like, "Yes, let's hear it." He played that "Speak to Me" record, and I ain't heard it since. When I tell you, great music transcends whatever filter, whatever template it is. It just transcends, man. And that shit, I don't know what you gonna do with it,
Oh man,
But it better be out tomorrow.
it's coming.
This
It's
evening.
coming. You know what I mean? The dope thing is, it started with the Color Purple soundtrack with maybe guys trying to tell you something. And when I would DJ, when I DJ at my family's functions, sometimes I would throw it in and I watch the power of how the old and the young, everybody would come together. It's a very powerful platform. So then I just wanted to inject some of that into a new version, all live, no samples, and give it that respect.
Yeah.
So I started talking to Gina Belafonte, Raul Roach, and of course Quincy into the picture.
Shit, man.
And Michael Bearden, and making
Yeah.
sure that I had the blessings of
Shout out
those
to
kind
Michael
of individuals.
Bearden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a big homie. So
Yeah,
we're finally
you know.
getting ready to shoot a video for it the way that it should be shot, because I want to recapture that whole
It's
experience
crazy,
of
man.
going. Because it's not about taking people to church; it's about people finding themselves in having consciousness and spirituality. Because
Yeah.
there's so much hypocrisy in the church, and that's what I say on the song at the same time. So don't get it twisted. When you listen to it again, it's not just praise in church. To find refuge somewhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
It's fire.
I'm more presenting spirituality and awareness and through the power of what gospel is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because everything is flawed, but there is a power that is evoked through gospel that nothing else can touch.
Everybody
You
in the
know?
chat room saying it was tight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Shit, man. You start with killer songs, you know.
Shabling,
Killer
bling, bling.
songs, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know whose idea it was to drag that bass behind the
Oh,
word.
that's
Yeah.
us.
But
That's
I'm gonna
King
tell you
Karnov.
what's
That was
gonna
killing.
happen
Yeah,
right
that
now.
was
That's King Karnov.
Oh, you tell King
Minneapolis.
Carduff, I'm telling him shout out to you, bro. I'm going home to the studio in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna drag me some bass behind the
Yeah,
one.
he's an alien.
Inspired.
So,
Oh,
Geoff,
my
He's an alien.
God,
Jeff
I'm
Brown?
inspired.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, bro.
Oh, yeah, the rant.
Jeff Brown's intellectual rant. We will get out of his way.
But it's on iTunes right now. That's my shameless plug for
Go
myself.
get it. Go get
ahead.
it.
Go get it.
The Reformation.
All right, man, oh man, oh man.
Man, oh, man.
I think I'm gonna run it backwards because of what my brother, the bishop, just said here. Incorrectly, as history, as facts have proven,
Speak.
whenever you hear Jesus is the reason for the season, that's wrong. Pick a season. You're wrong. Jesus is the remix. Jesus is not the reason. He's the remix of what is yours. Of what is yours. This connection that you feel to gospel music is older than 2018 years. It is older than you. It predates you. It goes back to who you really are. And once you have used that name, God goes by many names. The Creator goes by whatever you call him. But you cannot wash away what those use that name to call you for. Why was he called by that name? Why was he called by that name when he's supposed to be 2,000 years old, but the letter J is only 900 years old?
Oh, there you go.
Why? Look at why. Don't look at what. Look at why. Why? Get you some intellectorettes. Yes. Get you some intellectorettes. With regard to Starbucks, I seem to be one of the few. I sincerely hope that we unfairly boycott Starbucks. I hope it is unfair. I hope it makes no sense. Because killing my brothers in the street is unfair and makes no sense. I believe that every business that is not proactively pursuing the aid of black people is on notice.
Hold it, Bokosha.
In Flint, during the protest, where was Starbucks passing out free water? I didn't see them. Every business that has not reached out to help us is on target. And some of them, most of them, we need to divorce. The other ones, we need to punish and we need to get away from. The only thing I'm gonna do is bark at you, because that's all we've been doing. I'm gonna apologize. Being 53 years old, May 20th, I apologize to the generation before me. Because you know what I did? I picked up the same party my parents was having in the 70s and took it on straight through the 80s like it wasn't none of this mess going on. And guess who got it bad now? Her. because of what I didn't do. So you know what I do with my my condemnation, my criticism, my angst with the young people that are doing something? I get my old ass out the way. Because I had my turn. And you know what I spent my turn doing? The prep, because the dream team was in the house. That's what I did. I didn't march. I didn't protest. I didn't community activate. I didn't do none of that in my 20s. I enjoyed what Dr. King laid the pavement for, although he himself admitted to paving into the wrong house.
Message.
You a fool for the Dream Team reference.
Yes, sir.
That was dope, though. That was dope.
I went right on in that burning house and started making me some hot dogs off the flame. So I don't get to criticize Black Lives Matter. You know why? Because they doing something.
Message.
As this brother said, to put him with my father and be done with this, damn it, get up today and do something wrong, but damn it, do something. I'm done.
Okay, you okay?
That was beautiful.
All right.
Again, that goes back to what
Was I supposed to be happy about it?
Nah, that was powerful.
I'm mad now.
Good.
They got him all riled up.
You're supposed to get mad.
That means you paying attention.
Right.
That means you paying attention.
We riled up right now, Geoff.
I really do. I'm sorry for what we got to go through. The world we done left her. Look
Right.
at this world we left her because we decided, oh, well, I make $150,000 a year. I drive a Benz.
Right.
I got a job.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good has made us all bad.
Message. So, yeah, I'll inject one time again.
Yes, sir.
SpacelandPresents.com, where you can get your tickets for the benefit concert this Thursday. Subscribe to the USC Miss channel, $1.99. We do micro donations because everybody's struggling. Everybody don't want to give up a whole bunch. You have these options that you can help make a change. We are coming together as a community through our resources, through our talents, through our connections to make a difference. Like he just said, don't criticize nothing if you ain't about doing something.
Wow.
You can't do spectator sport and criticize those who are in the fray, that are in the trenches, that are making a difference, that are sacrificing their lives, their freedom, their peace of mind. You know, I mean, geez. So get involved or shut up.
Or
Get
shut, bro.
involved
Come on, man.
Or shut
So
up.
come out April 19th, and you can see us do Speak to Me live. It's gonna be crazy. Me and Angie Fisher.
Angie Fisher.
Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Raz Kaz. Can you dig it?
Razzie.
It's gonna be a lot of dope artists, you know, Jay Wells and Styles. It's gonna be dopeness. It's gonna be hip hop. It's gonna be real singing. It's gonna be community. It's all ages. So the babies can come. We watching our potty mouths. We just gonna rock for you. But again, this is just a demonstration of what we can do to create change. It doesn't have to be the boring rallies where you're like, I don't want to hear this. I want to go drink. You can still drink here, but you're going to get a message. You're going to get involved. And every dollar matters. It's not Red Cross. It actually goes to what we're talking about.
My man.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. So
I'm in.
I digress.
So here we go.
I'm in.
Our topic.
Get 'em.
Oh,
Because what you were talking about. We're a fucking society that struggles with judgment,
Yes.
condemnation,
Judgy.
distinctions, right? So I wanted to do a show about morality, right? Morals. Now, the ex-FBI chief is getting ready to come out with a book, right? Getting ready to come out with a book about Donald Trump or his interactions with Donald Trump. And one of the things that have slipped out of this book as a means to get it sold is that the FBI director said Donald Trump he lacks the morals to lead the United States. So, as if the United States is moral.
Thank you.
So now we have to define what morality is. We need to know what it is. A deeper look at truth, ethics, morality, and integrity. Because I think this is something, especially in our community. I've come up with a concept with regards to relationships called toxic ambition.
Expound on this, my brother.
Oh my God, that's 2 hours by itself.
Because if we're 200-300 years behind in wealth, some economists has already, tallied it up. Like black people 200-300 years behind in wealth. in wealth. That's just let that sit on your frontal lobe for a moment.
Right.
You're 300 years behind in wealth. So what kind of person does that produce in the society that you're trying to extrapolate wealth from? How does that retard and contort what you consider to be valuable in terms of relating?
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So to me, there's a toxic, oh, we hustling, we grinding, we out here getting it. You know what I mean? There's a toxic wealth or a toxic ambition that has plagued our minds as well. And it goes back to one of your ideas when you said, if America has a cold, black people are what?
Black people got AIDS.
Black people got AIDS on the deathbed.
Yeah.
So I want to know what's right, what's meaningful, what's purposeful, because what I have found.
If America got the sniffles, black folks got leukemia.
Do you get what I'm saying? Is what is right and wrong always clear?
No.
And we need to talk about the gray area of right and wrong, because you could do the right thing for the wrong person.
Well, I think people confuse right and wrong with good and bad.
And that's why we're doing this topic right now, Geoff.
Yeah.
So if you would allow me to continue with the
Oh,
questions.
my bad.
Go for it.
I'll wait till you go. What's on your mind, Geoff?
What's the difference between morals and ethics, Geoff?
Moral starts with an M.
There you, nice.
Go lay down. I want you to...
Did you give me the German Shepherd command? Did you give me the German Shepherd command? Duke in the corner right now.
Jesus. Can morality lead to judgment?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you got some people who push the racist thing because they think it's morally right.
Mm-hmm.
God made us pale. And because of that, we are your natural leaders. Don't fight it, little monkey. There's a place for you. We're going to take good care of.
And the scary is,
In the name of Jesus,
who
we
is he
will.
talking to?
But do you get what I'm saying? I need that to be dealt with. Does objective morality depend on the existence of God?
Objective morality.
Yes.
He's going deep. He's going heavy. We're going to get the bench trying to go to this depth.
Oh, my God.
That's what's up. Here we go.
Well, okay, so this is not going to be answered in one episode.
How about it?
Especially at this point, we're almost at the close. But when it comes to morality, if you're purely in your morals and integrity, what happens to you is what happened to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. What happens to you is what happened to Malcolm X.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? So when, like Malcolm X said, if you about revolution, revolution means death. So you have to be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be Comrade George. You're going to be a lot of different things. You're going to be Assata Shakur if you're lucky, if you get to escape. But even being in exile, and they still plotting. So, but anyway, when it comes to that, if you're going to try to stick to your guns, you do not belong in politics, because once you come into that world, it is going to be tested, and you're going to be bought, or you're going to be set up, or you're going to be killed. So you see how it works. So already there, that's why I tell people all the time, because once we step into that political forum, we know what politics is. We know it's bullshit. We know it's smoke and mirrors. We know it's hustle.
So you're telling me politics comes with a price?
Absolutely, when you step into
I
that,
like
because
that.
it's a
For
hustle.
now. For now.
For now, but
now.
we have to change it from the outside, because people give too much. They give too much credence to politics and being political and what that whole setup is. And it's like, no, it starts with us in the streets, like we're politicking here. But the purity of it and what we're trying to achieve, the same way when the Panthers started. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way that the Nation of Islam started with Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm, and what they tried to do. And you see what happens every time. People become afraid of that empowerment when you start to make a community in its place, and it scares them.
You guys are saying some heavy shit here.
I got a tough question.
Well, what is it, brother?
Go ahead.
If, or three of them actually, if you're over 40,
Yes.
the change is probably going to come when you're dead. Are you still down?
Oh.
If you're
All right.
if you're between 30 and 40, you're going to be really freaking old when it happens. Are you down? The change that's going to come will benefit you not at all. You will probably die bloody for her change. Are you still down? That's what it comes down to, is that the cats like Dr. King and Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, none of these cats, Medgar Evers, none of these brothers were under the illusion that they would ever see any of the stuff they was fighting for.
Patrice Lumumba.
Yes, cats now, they don't want to fight for nothing they don't see.
Right. And it's got to be for their own gain.
It's got to be for them.
Kevin, tell us what it means. I know you know.
Break it down, because I know I misused at least 11 words. Go ahead.
Word master.
Yes.
At least.
Oh, the word master enters the center.
And the word master appears.
Word master.
You guys are funny as
Will you
shit.
please educate us, word master?
Teach us.
Y'all some funny niggas.
Pull our heads from our rectums. Pull our heads from our rectums, word master.
Well, zombie means God, first off.
I knew he was
But
gonna
then,
come back to zombie.
no, ethics and morals are the same word. It's just one is Latin, the other is Greek, and it's the translation of the other one.
So what starts within him?
It just means your customs or your manners. That's all the word means.
I like it.
So, it depends on what that is. I mean, that could be different for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So
the ethics of the clan.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what your internal ethics or what your internal morals are. I mean, and that's gonna be different for everybody.
See, this is why you're valuable to the show, and especially to the overall point that I'm trying to make, which is all this shit is an illusion.
Message. Message.
All of it. All of it. It is not real. So when I see somebody who refuses to look at themselves, scared, and I know you're trying to find some safe place to be. So it's hard for me to interact with those kinds of people. It's not a judgment. It's I see where you are.
Right.
I understand where you are, and you don't know that you're a danger to yourself as well as other people who would interact with you.
And they're the type that would set Nat Turner up. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that was there and told on it. But continue. There you go.
You see what I'm
them
saying?
Types.
So you're basically saying ethics or rules is most people create rules that support the illusion of themselves and not the truth of themselves.
Message.
How many people actually know the truth? And they too scared to look at themselves to know the truth of themselves.
But see, but right there, that fear makes them say, "Let me build a fortress of lies."
Yes.
Solitude, the fortress of solitude.
Right. To hide behind.
All your morals is security. They're security. Your morals are security guards at your little mental magic mountain.
Wow,
Exactly.
little mental magic mountain.
Exactly.
Bars.
Yeah.
So again, you got people throwing around the word moral who in the early 40s, 50s, and 60s did open atmosphere nuclear testing on an island.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Called Bikini
Yes.
Atoll.
Yes.
Yes.
And because at the time, having the super bomb was fashionable, this is where a French designer comes along and creates the bikini. You know what they did? We're going to move these people off this island, these indigenous folk off this island. We're going to move to maybe 30, 40 miles southwest
We don't care.
of where they from.
Right.
And then we're going to drop the bomb on their home, and then the radioactive fallout gets blown to where they got moved to.
Anyway.
And take this with you.
And hold on to some of this radioactive dust that we didn't foresee would find you. But again,
Oh, smallpox. No.
but we're moral. Look at the church.
Oh, God, don't.
From its mother, the Catholic Church, to its other breakdowns and denominations, variations and machinations that are over here.
Yeah.
They are moral according to whatever their doctrines and their customs are, in the true sense of the word. So if their customs is doing that, that's what they're doing.
But we're talking about not the denotation, because most people never use denotation, Kev.
Right.
Everybody,
Connotation.
most people are using the connotation. And the connotation of morals deals with right and wrong. What's right That's when people present themselves as moral, they're presenting themselves as a solid, good person.
But the common people use connotation. The actual people who are fucking with shit, they use denotation. And this is how they fuck with the game.
What is the difference between these two brothers? Can you break that down for our listeners and for myself?
Connotation and denotation, Kevin.
Yes.
I mean, I can do it. Thunder. No, it's on you.
Denotation means to go along with, and denotation means to the note. So, word.
So,
Boom.
In modern day times, hip hop let us say something was dope, but we didn't mean it was actually dope.
Right.
Dope meant is good. It's fresh. That's the connotation of the word dope.
Colloquialism, if you will.
Exactly.
Bang.
So again, when we talking about morals, like the moral compass, you hear people throw that around.
Yeah.
The moral compass.
It's broken.
The
What so?
The moral compass. Is that you, Potter? Harry Potter.
That's exactly where I went.
So again, they speak on this compass, and what we find is what you mentioned earlier: wherever there is politics,
Yeah.
it's a synonym for manipulation.
Message.
We have to now recontextualize what it actually means, because when niggas are politicking,
Right?
right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
When niggas is parlaying.
Go ahead.
LeBron James.
Go ahead.
You get what I'm saying?
You underdig?
So I'm always leery. This guy on your show, and he called me, and he says he knows you. I'm calling you to get your experience of him. And then he says, is he a maneuverer?
Wow.
A maneuverer.
Yeah.
I love it.
Maneuverer.
So again, we live in, can anybody at this table say that the United States of America is a culture that is bereft of a spiritual compass?
No. I
Can you
can't.
say that?
I
I
can't
don't
say
even know what bereft means. Can you?
without.
Okay, there we go.
Sadly, without.
They
This
are
brother's
empty.
lexicon is yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
he's a
Hats off
beast.
to
This
you.
dude here,
Yeah.
you don't even want to. Oh God.
Yeah.
And I know Kev. Let me
Them
just- can I-
dictionaries.
Oswald Bates.
Them dictionaries.
Fucking.
I mean, first off, the joke is dumb.
The joke is dumb.
The joke is dumb.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
What's that?
Because the idea that you got to go to prison to
Think
read
it's
a book
smart,
is,
right.
is dumb.
I'm not saying that.
This is what
I'm
I need
saying
you to do. Jeff.
Okay.
Listen. There's a cot behind the DJ booth. I want you to go lay down. There's a cot.
There's a cot behind the DJ. That's hilarious.
No, but I would go to Kev on this because maybe the United States is spiritual. Maybe it's built on spiritual principles.
Of course
They
it is.
just use it. They just use it to wield like the dark
Thank you.
side. You know what I'm saying?
Stop playing.
Saying we are not spiritual is like saying because Darth Vader was bad, he wasn't in the Jedi, but he was a Jedi. You
He's
say
a
that.
Jedi.
Yeah.
And so was Count Dooku.
Yeah.
The United States of America, Inc. is a Delaware corporation that is filed. Their file number is 2193946. They are not they are not a government. They are not a spiritual being. They are literally a corporation, just like that movie we saw. The corporation.
Yeah.
That's what they are, and they would be what the determination was of a corporation. What was it? They were insane. The corporation was insane.
Yes.
Same thing.
They called it a psychopath.
Yeah, psychopath.
Did you see that documentary?
No.
They
No.
basically
What?
broke down, because a corporation is technically
A person.
A person.
A
It's
straw
a
man.
fictitious person.
A legal person.
A legal, fictitious
Right.
person. It has all the
At
rights
birth we have all
of a person.
Yeah.
Except you can't accept to vote. That's it.
A corporation ain't gonna vote.
That's the only
It's
thing.
like a felon
But
Yep.
exactly.
in many ways.
Boom.
But it talked about how the corporation, if you were looking at it from the perspective of a psychiatrist,
Right. A psych evaluation.
the corporation and what it does
You crazy.
could be labeled a psychopath.
Absolutely.
And this is why they label the biggest CEOs psychopathic.
Yep.
American Psycho.
These dudes is
Like the
crazy.
movie.
These dudes is nuts.
Then a motherfucker.
So again, how can, by definition, a fictitious person, a corporation, be considered moral?
Cannot.
How can the courts be the moral judge? How can
Cannot.
you get what I'm saying? Like, we live in a world where they try to make everything convenient so you don't have to self-reflect.
Right.
Convenience is the devil's calling card.
Well, damn.
Boom. And then that goes right into the conversation of when you deal with the psychos. They can do anything and then blame it on the devil. It's the devil's work.
The devil did it. That's
And,
right.
You know, if things don't work out, you're not praying hard enough. It must be God's will. He
Must
works
be
in
God's
mysterious
will.
ways.
God is testing
So
me.
that's where our spirituality comes into play.
God
You know
is
what I'm saying?
testing me. Yeah, it
that's
was
where we can trick the masses and go, it must be the devil or it's God's will. And he works in mysterious ways. And
God
something's
is
not
testing
right with
you.
you. Right, he's testing you.
But it's a test on economics, and you failed miserably. You get an F.
God's not good at math.
Apparently.
Because God and God we trust was originally on the money, right? It was
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't get put in place. This is a question for you. It was later on, right? It was when did it actually?
I don't remember when it got put on.
Yeah, but it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
Say,
it's not that long ago.
20s, 1920s, something back there. But the equation, right? And
That's why
not in
that's when the
God's
owl
day.
got put on.
Right there, you go. So okay, we back.
So this is crazy. Morality. Doing the right thing. Let's just say we're not being taught right and wrong. Especially black folk, but especially black men.
No.
We're being taught how to align. Go along
To
to
get
get
along.
along equals alignment. You know you're out
And
of line.
success.
You're out of line, nigger. To get that procad back on the line.
Get that run over Chuck back over the line.
He said pro kid. We throw PF Flyer in there too. Then fine.
Pro wings.
Oh man, yeah, pro wings especially XJ 900s. I had those.
But
long
see,
time ago.
that's what I'm saying. There is no right, there's only alignment. Because what's right for you is usually out of alignment for the system you're trying to integrate within.
Absolutely. What's illegal here is legal somewhere else. It's the laws. The laws are the trick too.
How many
Laws are
people
the snare.
How many people are sitting at a job somewhere? How many people are sitting in a life somewhere that is out of
Oh
alignment?
my God. Did you say sitting in a
Sitting
life?
in a life
Wow.
Sitting in a cubicle right now.
somewhere.
Like the Matrix. Go forth.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So when we talk about what's right, the only thing that's right is what's right for you.
But I won't stop you, so I'm sorry. You're sitting in a cubicle right now. You're about to go somewhere very profound.
Sitting up in my cubicle.
I'm old, I forgot.
I said
Just
that.
Sitting in life. Sitting in a life. In a cubicle right now.
sitting in a life right now.
Yes, sir.
This whole cubicle is right for Dow Chemical, not me.
So again, the morals, the ethics. Morals and ethics without God. Geoff?
Can we have morals and ethics without God?
Yes.
That's a yes and a no. And I hate to
Does
answer.
God even give a damn?
Does God care?
Can we get him on the phone?
Can we get it?
God,
sure.
God
Actually,
knows the number. I don't have to say.
Actually, it depends on. If you say no, then you have to discount good atheists. If you say yes, then oh yeah, what about the Joel Osteens of the world who wouldn't open their church for people who needed it? Jesus walked on water. You guys try. You don't need a God to be moral, you need is to be able to point at an ideal, a concept, a structure, a being that is greater than your first.
What they think is valuable in you, when in actuality, it's still a work in progress in you. It's a mess in you.
Yes, indeed.
But because they're so self-lost, they see what you have or the level that you've progressed to, and they try to usurp that. And then use it against you.
Absolutely.
Man, in the name of Jesus, if y'all don't stop playing. All right. Man, you've been listening to the. We get in here and pontificate on a weekly basis.
Hold it to Boko
My
Sheezy.
homeboy Bishop Lamont came in here. We featured
Thank
some
you,
of
sir.
his music.
Yeah, he did.
decided to chill and had a conversation
this
with
is
us.
beautiful.
Man, it was
Yeah,
fire. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another heater. And don't forget, tonight, The Voice of Reason is live, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Always a banger.
On Dash Talk. I'm Zoe Williams, and I'll holler at you in a minute. Deuces.
Peace.